All right, Deck Night on the Rocks. Homer, that's not Amy.
I am
That's
not
Dave.
Amy. I'm sorry. I am sorry, but you're going to have to deal with me today, and I know it's going to be a bit of a hard sell. And this is going to get like 3 views, but it's what it is.
Dave from House Bourbon, and he's gonna make me a Jack Daniels fan.
I'm going to try and make Homer a Jack Daniels fan, and we got a bit of a lineup here. We got some Jack Daniels barrel proof rye at 134 proof. We have some Jack Daniels 12 batch 2, and we have some Coy Hill at 142 odd proof. And then we've got a couple of little tasters here. This is taster number 1, High Angel Share, which we will try before the Jack Daniels, just because I think this is how Jack Daniels ended up with Coy Hill. They started experimenting back in like 2018, bringing out these tasters. This was High Angel Share, and I think they released it from barrels that had High Angel Share. So this barrel started out about 500 pounds. This barrel ended up at 295 pounds.
So you say pounds, you mean weight, not money.
Yes. No, I am a New Zealander and I am not British.
Or Australian.
Or fucking Australian. Jesus
He's
Christ.
a Kiwi, not a kangaroo? What are Australians called?
Yeah, I don't know. Assholes?
Okay.
Nah, just joking, Australians.
Well, I mean, I got my own comments on them. But we won't get into
No,
it.
that's fine. Australians are great. We just have a football rivalry.
Maybe like Americans. You mean soccer?
No, I mean rugby.
Bourbon.
Bourbon. Back to bourbon.
Actually, Tennessee whiskey.
Sorry, Tennessee whiskey. So there's a bit of controversy about that, and I think at the end of the day, all bourbon is whiskey. Not all whiskey is bourbon. All Tennessee whiskey is bourbon. Not all bourbon is Tennessee whiskey.
No, but see, Tennessee whiskey, Jack Daniels, because you can't call everything Tennessee that considers itself Tennessee whiskey bourbon. But Jack Daniels meets the criteria. They just don't care to be called bourbon.
No, it's a marketing ploy, and they do the Lincoln County process, which means that they run their stuff through charcoal after it's...
Which doesn't violate the bourbon rules.
It does not, no. So...
There's no well, yeah, there is. They're way the fuck up there.
Yeah, so we were talking about flavor notes and stuff like that and how we're not the best at picking them, but with Jack Daniels, I get banana. Just a banana Foster's.
Oh, total banana.
Total banana, right? And if you don't like banana, you don't like Jack Daniels.
What one are we drinking?
This is the Jack Daniels Barrel Proof Rye.
Oh, I'm excited about this one.
Yeah. This is like a bourbon man's rye. Some people say they don't like ryes. They haven't had this.
So you're a Jack Daniels guy.
Yeah.
You love it.
Yeah.
What makes Jack Daniels have such a banana flavor? Do you know?
I think it's
I'm putting you on the spot.
Yeah, I think it's the yeast, right? Because at the end of the day, there's nothing else. There's nothing else they do that would. So it's got to be the yeast.
You know, I've smelt bourbons before, and I can't remember. We've done so many, I couldn't remember which one it is. But I know I've smelt strong banana in some bourbons before. And
it's normally brown Foreman.
It's not like this.
Yeah, it's normally brown Foreman. Like it's
probably
the
1910.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right.
You get a little bit on most brown Foreman, but you get it in your face.
So I'm going to put you on the spot again. I know Brown Foreman owns Jack Daniels now, and they own Old Forester, they own Woodford Reserve.
Yep, 1792.
So
oh no, sorry, that's Buffalo Trace.
So they all have their own distilleries. Woodford Reserve has their own. Old Forester has their own. But they all have strong banana notes.
Yeah.
And they all have their own master distillers. How are they all working together?
Well, they might be using the same yeast, or they might be using a yeast strain that they shared at some point in their life. Like yeast is it's an organism, right? And I think
science. He's
science and
now.
shit and chemical. But I think it's like basically they grow the same fucking organism for the last 100 years, and they just keep repopulating it. So maybe Brown Foreman had a bit of a cross. You know, they used the same yeast at some point down the line.
Y'all motherfuckers didn't know he was going to get football, bourbon, and science.
Yeah.
That's why we're the better.
Deck Night on the Rocks will leave this all in. House Controls will cut this into about a 3-minute video.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long ass shit for us. It's gonna be he's gonna thrive, and I'm gonna suffer.
No, not so far. What do you think? It's hot.
Oh, it's real hot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you took a big gulp, and I was concerned for you.
I swore I Kentucky chewed it. Mm-hmm. Well, if you watch Deck Night on the Rock videos, and if you're not a subscriber, you should be. I do that a lot.
Yeah, you've choked a few times.
So the banana's real strong up front. It carries through to the finish, but up front, on the front of your mouth, it's very pleasing.
Yeah.
But that when you swallow back, man, that rye spice just wham, it's hard.
And it's
but you still get the banana.
Rye spice on top of banana, on top of like caramel, like a banana Foster's, right? Like
This
a
is great.
caramelized banana.
So I have the Jack Daniel's single barrel proof bourbon Tennessee whiskey, and that's good.
Yeah.
This is better.
Yeah. No, I think if you can find the green labeled one, and like people say, how do you tell the difference? It's very, very hard to tell, but on the back,
It's green.
it's green, but at the front, there's that little bit, there's green, and on the bourbon, it's black.
And is the writing green? I think the writing's green too. I mean, we don't have the right light.
I think you're correct, yeah.
Yeah.
Very fine, and the green at the top, I suppose.
And the biggest
And then
giveaway.
this huge word that says rye.
Biggest giveaway.
But apart from that, you can't tell the difference.
No, not at all. And then you taste it, you're like, wow.
Wow.
Jack Daniel's single barrel bro. I hate Jack Daniels.
Well, you hate old number 7.
I hate Jack Daniels. And then I tried the single barrel proof, and I was like, maybe I don't.
Yeah.
And this is first time. This is the first time. That's better. That's better. It's good.
Yeah.
So far, his
and it's done, and we're done.
it's over. He made me a fan. Well, we gotta maybe we'll see. I might not like the others.
Oh, you. This is the least of your worries, bud.
Great.
This only gets better from here on in. No, I think Jack Daniel's, like I say, I think this was number 1 back in fall of 2018. They changed their spots, man, and they just said, let's come out. Jack Daniel's was always, I think they have this huge campus, right? They're the largest distiller, I think, in the world.
Never been. It's down the street. Never been. It's like
It
4
is-
hours away.
Yeah, 3.5 hours. It is a fantastic tour. Their campus is humongous. They own the whole town of Litchburg. They have warehouses as far as the eye can see.
Have you been to? You've been to Buffalo Trace.
Yeah,
It's bigger than that.
bigger than that. Yeah.
It's bigger than Heaven Hill.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah, yeah.
That's big.
Well, they own the whole town, right? They're just the whole town of
I guess.
Litchburg is, and then you can't see all the. The coolest thing is they have these fire burners because they do their charcoal mellowing.
Oh, I want to see that.
There's guys, right? There's 3 guys, and there's 1 master burner and 2 apprentices. The apprentices are about 58 years old.
Hold on. Master burner.
Yep. He sets fire to wood.
He's a master of burning shit.
They make huge pyres
I've
of.
seen it. I've
Yeah.
never seen it in person. I've seen
It's
pictures.
so cool. They just make huge pyres of this special wood. They set it on fire, and this guy has spent 60 years doing the same thing day after day after day, and he can burn it down. And then they have spray, and they spray White Dog Jack Daniels to make it more intense, and then water to make it down, so they can burn it to the exact size they want. And he's got 2 apprentices that have been training for like 40 years, and they don't become the master until the guy dies.
Well, there's 2 of them.
Yeah,
We're gonna have a blood feud, and then we're gonna have a
I think so. They'll be like,
duel to the death.
it'll be like War of the Roses and blah.
War of the Daniels.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. But that's what I loved about the boat. Like when I first moved to Tennessee, I went up there and just that sort of history and that sort of, and it's probably his father did that, and his father's father, and his father's father's father.
Man, that shit is good. Mm-hmm. It's got it being the rye, like it's got that buttery banana, smooth, creamy, and then that rye spice that just give you a little bit of kick right at the end.
Right at
man,
the
it
end,
is
eh?
good.
Yeah.
I hate Jack Daniels. I might not be in the picture right now. I'm leaning back all chill. That is good.
Yep.
It's good. It's good. That's the Homer review.
Yep. I think
it's good.
0 to buy it.
Oh yeah, I definitely buy. I saw one in Lenore City. Mm-hmm. On it, it might not have been Lenore City, but a little farther. Actually, might have been Roane County. They had that in the store. It was $2.99. I passed on it.
Oh, yeah. Don't pay over it. This is a shelfer. This is 100% a shelfer.
Never seen it on a shelf. You're special.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing is, Tennessee, you don't. We're in Tennessee. I don't understand it, but you go to Ohio. It's not even like Ohio's very restrictive with their drops and that. It's in every bottle store I go to in Ohio, just sitting on the shelf.
Wow.
But what you got to look for is the proof. Like you can quite often find and that's the other great thing about these. These are single barrels. So I've had a 129. This is a 134. You can get them all over the place, and every single one of them is different.
We're 12 minutes in. We got one bottle now. Jack Daniel's single barrel proof rye. It's the shit. You should get it. If you can't, then you're losing out.
Yep. Don't spend too much. $79.99.
Yeah, buddy. Next one.
Goodbye. Bye.